Do you want to get it?
Okay,
No,
look at your cards. Everyone put your cards down, and everyone heads down. Okay, Mafia heads up. Acknowledge each other. Look around. Acknowledge each other. Okay, decide on your first kill. Give me a thumbs up if you agree. Decide on your second kill. Mafia heads down. Cop heads up. Decide on someone to check. Cop heads down. Medic heads up. Decide on someone to save. Medic heads down. Okay, everybody heads up. So last night people were playing a wonderful game of Axis and Allies.
I'm gonna fucking die.
And
I love that game. Good game.
And the Germans, they bombed England because Kieran's out and OG Pixel's out.
It wasn't the
Fuck
He's
you,
a German.
Wow, that's like bad manner. It's okay they killed Ted because he fucked last time, but he didn't deserve it.
Holy
So I'll give
shit.
this to
They both fucking Lesbian.
Oh my god.
Wait, so how did LD and Sid survive?
Obviously, we're Mafia.
I hope I
That's
got
the
doctored.
only way we could
People didn't
survive.
go for the funny points, like.
Well, Toby was not the Mafia, so that's why.
I hope I got doctored.
Yes.
Two Brits.
How would you have been doctored?
Yeah.
You can't be
There's two
doctored.
kills.
Someone
Yeah.
has a hate.
Mafia-
Wait, that's a good thing.
Coincidence?
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, so they were
Okay,
just being nice.
so what?
That's good.
Who has a thing against Brits? I think an Australian, perhaps?
I don't think that means anything.
I'm not sure.
Some built-up prison colony era
We
resentment.
only hear the
don't
Queen
think
and
it'll
English
be
cricket
good
players.
anymore.
We beat them at
Who's
sports,
gonna
so
be
we
the
don't
next
have
period?
to.
Just trying
Yeah,
to-
I mean,
I'm okay with it.
I think we can't really. Yeah, I think we should have one more night.
Does anybody felt something? Like, do you feel more?
I heard
Pumpkin, there was some
I think
some
my
things
ass
going
was
on there,
touched.
but
That's-
it was
that's
definitely
hot bit.
like this direction.
I
Like
felt
there was no one on the
move,
couch.
but
You
Definitely not Mafia, guys. Just like.
Oh, what?
Yeah, right. That's something a Mafia would say.
They'd stay for Germany.
No, but definitely like this couch was pretty non-moving compared to last round.
again. Alright,
And
so
you were really noisy this round.
I might know something, but I think it's a bad idea for me to reveal it unless if they come forward first and say it, and then I can support it. So if we get any sort of information out from any of the townsfolk, I might be able to back it up. But I don't want to give it away because it might help.
But you're
That's
putting
the
yourself in
most
a position where you're
vague
going
thing.
to
Well,
get
we
killed
have
next
nothing
night.
concrete.
Is
So
Is that a-
I mean,
is
it's
that
something.
basically-
Why do you
noticed
say this?
something.
Why do you say this?
You sound like a fake cop.
No, hold on.
No,
Okay.
it's just.
So I noticed
Give me reasoning.
something. I noticed something, but if I give the person away and they don't make it claim themselves, I might be fucking them up. So
Okay, so you don't want to kill an innocent.
I'll back up if the person does something. If any other person does anything, I won't make any.
But this
Fine,
puts you in a
I'll back
position
it up.
where you might just be you're gonna
Killed
get
by
killed
now.
next night,
Yeah.
right?
That's possible.
So if you don't get killed,
I'm
you are
regular
highly
town.
suspicious.
Okay, I'm regular town, so I can help.
Okay.
But I can't really perform anything else.
Okay,
But
so
I-
that's
but
fine.
The only thing I noticed was like a tick, kind of. It's difficult
You're
to
basically
explain
saying
without going.
that someone
I'm-
close to you,
I mean,
they're gonna be
yes,
targeted.
but
now.
if
Yeah,
you're-
yeah,
I noticed
close
something
him
was
was like
close
either
to,
the
but I don't
doctor
want
or
to give
the
it
cop.
away.
Okay, but see,
I also heard something around.
If you're a regular
Let's not on
town,
this couch.
see, if you're a regular town and nobody happens to have noticed the same thing, then you've just painted a bullseye
Yeah,
on a
that's
regular
what-
town's target, so they can kill you, and it doesn't really reveal anything about the Mafia.
No, because he's not. Because why would he say? Yeah. No, you're right.
So you should basically just tell us now because LD's saying is you're gonna die.
Yeah.
If that's all we have, I'll say something. I'll say it
I
when the
don't think
day's
we're
about
gonna. I don't think we're gonna anything else,
If
man.
we're getting nothing at all.
Yeah.
I heard someone taking pictures in that corner, so.
I mean, wow, clearly better.
We obviously know.
I felt Owen move, but then he got killed, so I don't know what to make of it.
told you.
He's also
You
a
felt nobody
Jew.
uses it, it doesn't mean anything.
It means he could have actually been cop or it could have been the medic.
That's true.
If it was cop twice in a row and he's got
But
killed
which
off
face did you
twice
find?
in a
He
row,
could have been a
You'll
copper medic.
know, like when you hear it, that person probably moves, right? So you have heard.
If you
when the
heard,
mafia has to wake up, or the
Yeah.
cop, or
he might have actually been fake moving as well.
he just
Awesome.
moves all the time. So like.
Yeah. I mean, it's not
He actually would make the best Mafia because he has the defense of I just can't control.
just-
I want to point out, if you say you hear something, you should probably think about which face you heard it in because it makes a difference to it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
I mean, you heard something.
say
I thought it was
Right.
Mafia. I heard
But
it
it
was
was
Mafia
Mafia.
face, but
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
not since he's dead.
Yeah.
So,
So then that's
I think-
irrelevant
I
information.
think he was just genuine.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I got something to say, man.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just like.
I mean,
We
literally
don't
the only intel anyone has. Like, did you happen to hear anyone? Which is kind of out of game information to begin with.
That's true.
I heard them plan a murder.
So, are we just gonna go to bed and not lynch anybody today? Is that
I
make sense?
don't think we should do this.
That doesn't
For the
sound
same
like
reason
Well,
we
I've noticed Parker hasn't said anything, so I would like to hear, like, what are your reads on the game? Is there anyone that's suspicious
There's
to
no
you?
read
You've
in the
been
game.
kind of
I'm
quiet.
just listening and watching people because I get more watching people.
Well, that was
than
my
saying
strategy last game, and I got lynched. So.
Yeah.
You were too cool, calm, and
Sometimes you gotta
collected.
take
was
some
I was too cool.
problem.
So you got to be a little more. You got to be the Toby. You got to be more
Yeah.
flustered. Who seems the most flustered?
I think Waga Waga's talking a lot more and not being like subtly quiet. So I don't
Toby's-
think he's.
Toby's
I
seems
kinda-
very
I
safe.
kinda-
Waga's behaving a
I'm
bit
also-
differently from last game.
Well,
I kind of
Also
wish
not-
we had still had Perion here
Toby
because
is way
Perion
stronger
made people
than
have
Waga.
tells.
Yeah.
He was really forcing
He
people.
accused
Right?
Yeah,
everybody.
we need some.
It's your base.
Jesus Christ.
Sit.
Holy shit.
So,
I thought you were playing
It
Dola
is.
instead of
No.
There you go, you're back.
Fucking years.
okay, so
I
are we
mean,
gonna
it's good.
lynch
Good
anyone?
stream.
Does anyone
Good
have
stream.
what is it?
Well, I mean, obviously this point goes without saying. If you're the cop and you found a mafia, you
Okay,
should
well,
hold
how
on.
this
You
time?
gotta do the
I
Phoenix
want-
Wright.
I'm actually
Would it make sense
power.
if you
I
say
want the
something?
power.
Does the cop can the cop influence it somehow? I don't think he can, right?
Well, if the cop is nearby and has any sort of useful information, I can back it up.
Okay.
But if they didn't find a mafia, it's useless for them to come forward
Right.
anyway.
Yeah.
If you're the
Because
cop,
they
you should
should
only
get
come
it.
out if
wanna
you
reveal
found a
it.
mafia.
If the cop found a mafia, I'll believe it 100% if it's the right person.
Okay.
If
There's
it's the
no,
right
there's
person
no way
saying
we
that's
can
the
know.
cop.
There's something to say.
No, I mean, I'm gonna back it up. That's what I said from the start. If it's the right person that makes the call, I will back them up on having a
But I still
role.
don't really understand why
That's
you provide this information because you
So we
gonna
have
get killed.
something to work on.
Okay,
But I think you could have waited.
Are
And I
you
think
trying
there's
to
very
take it for the
little.
team?
Wait, so
I think-
who do you trust in that case, right? So
Who I trust so far in
you're
this
making a clear
Yeah.
case that your town, right?
because
and
you're
that,
gonna die next round.
and that you think that you have some valuable information,
Oh.
right?
The-
So if
the-
you happen to
Mephi's
die,
making them.
No, the information I have is very vague. I'm just
Okay.
saying it can
Okay.
back
What-
something up.
what
if
he's
it's
but
saying
who
not-
do you
is
it's not
trust,
very-
right?
It's
If
actually
you
a good way
die,
of surviving next round, 'cause
if
if
you
I don't kill
die
him next
because
round,
your town,
then it's just
who do
like,
you trust?
oh shit.
Okay,
Or
so
what's
the
suspicion
only
we're gonna
person I
send?
trust right now,
What
based
is
on
that?
how the game has been played, is Pim, because he's playing almost the same way as last game where he was tapped.
Okay, okay.
He's following the same patterns.
Yeah, I'm okay with
and
that.
I
He's
believe
also a
or
German
he's just
brick
good.
wall, though, dude. I don't know.
That was German.
Or you could just be good.
he could just he's pretty good at this.
See, he went full meta. At the end of that last round, he apologized for voting for me. I'm not sure how to read that.
No, because
Who goes
it
that
wasn't the
far?
same decision. I fucked up in my logic. So that's
Still,
that's the
who
whole point.
apologizes, though? I don't know how to read that.
People who want town to
Dude,
win.
Yeah, the,
last round,
the American is surprised by apologizing. That's
Okay, if we get, I say if we
Actually,
get
go
no
to Canada.
information in the
Yeah,
next
exactly.
in the next 30 seconds or something, if
Well-
nothing comes forward, we don't lynch the first day. Because our chances, if you just
But-
look at the odds, there's three mafia. How many townsfolk are we? 3 and 14
8
again.
right now, right?
Is it 3 and 11? And then 2 died, so 3 to 9, right?
And 12.
We're 9.
You got
we're
9.
right now.
Yeah,
So
3
it's
and
12
9.
players left. So if we blind lynch, then we have 1/4 of hitting a mafia.
Yeah, fine, but
And
we
3/4
just
of
need
hitting
to
a
find this 1/4, and then we're gonna
No,
be
I mean,
in a
you're
great
gonna-
spot.
Yeah, sure.
It's
It's,
like-
it's a game.
you're gonna lose
It's not
the
going
iris.
to-
It's iris skywalking.
we
It's
are
not gonna-
probably going to lose 2 more, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, because
That's gonna make
there's
voting
no reason
hard.
why
That
to
totally,
know this.
that totally depends.
I would
it's
still
gonna make
want
You have to realize
Sorry.
today's the
Take
easiest
your
day to
chance
vote
on it.
because we have
I
the
want
most
to
town
I
voting.
switch them.
Yeah,
If you
but
don't
Like,
do it,
our chance of voting a mafia tomorrow is not really higher because there's more mafia have a greater.
If we
influence
don't have
over
a
the vote.
really strong candidate, a mislynch is much worse for our chances of winning the game than just sleeping.
No,
That's
no,
wrong.
no,
That's wrong.
no,
That's
wait,
wrong.
wait, we
That's
lose
wrong.
2 to 9. We
No,
lose
no.
2 to 9 no matter what
If
happens.
we
because
mislynch,
we
it's
lose
3 to
2.
6.
Why no
Well,
matter
it
what?
depends on the medic.
We don't know if
If-
the medics.
If we mislynch, it's
It's-
3 to
it's a
6, and
random
you only
chance.
need 2
Yeah,
town to vote
okay.
wrong, and we lose
It's
the game.
It's like
The chance is just as big as knowing
All right, so
which
tell
mafia
me-
now or no.
tell me
or
this.
getting a mafia.
Let's say the mafia. Let's say we go to nighttime
Okay.
and the mafia gets to kill 2 people.
And we just sleep.
So
What are the
without
chances?
from line, which
If the doctor is still alive, how much does the mafia have to go on? Like, who do you think the mafia would target this night? Does the
You-
doctor?
I think-
does,
do you want
you
the
and me,
doctor-
absolutely.
does the doctor understand that?
Sid,
Will
do
they
you
guard
want the
one of
doctor
us?
to
And
try
do you
and
think?
protect you?
So the question is, if the mafia
Yes.
will
I
next
think
level us,
mafia-
they'll be like, the obvious targets are us. So
Yes.
doctor will protect one of us, and they'll take 2 others.
I think the doctor should try to protect Sin this
Yeah,
night
definitely.
if the doctor's still alive. And we roll the dice that he is not Mafia.
no, he's
But
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
very
it's a
little
mafia-
information.
But
We know-
Andrew,
Well, we
if
don't know
he
if
is
the
mafia
medic's
and the
alive.
doctor saves him, then they come out and say, well, I saved Sin, so he must not
yeah,
be mafia.
but why would Sin
Or
trust
you-
me?
yeah, well.
I have to be Mafia as well then, and that's super obvious. Like, why would you trust me?
Yeah,
You would
It
only trust me
basically
if I
gives him
was
like
Mafia as well.
a green card the rest of
But
the
the
game.
mafia, if the mafia knows,
Yeah.
it has a feeling that Sin's gonna be be medics, maybe they will take other two.
And they can also
I
just
also
double
say,
stack if they want.
Like,
so.
so during
Yeah,
the
but
information
if
you
they
said.
double stack, we at least know.
And we only lose one.
Even
Wait,
if,
wait,
even
wait.
if they stack,
Guys.
we
But we
don't
haven't
know.
learned anything.
Simon,
That's the
Simon.
thing. thing.
The information that you're saying that you have is also gonna put it so you are a big target, but also anyone near you is a big target.
Well, if they
that's what
target me,
Mafia
lose a
probably
regular
got.
townsperson instead of a role. That's still better than us losing the cop or the medic.
Yeah,
That's
that's
correct.
true.
So if they target me for that reason, it's a
Okay.
it's a smaller loss.
Okay.
Okay, so we
Then
should
we lose
sleep.
a
That seems to be the consensus. Are we gonna?
I
is
still,
anyone
I
gonna
still
move?
don't agree with this.
Well, I would like to at least hear something from Bambo. Who's,
Don't we have a call?
Okay.
I would like to hear something from Bambo because he's
Yeah,
actually
he
said
says
nothing.
you're the
this
only
guy
person
did.
who has
Okay. But I feel like if you go to sleep, you at least need to have a cop and say who to focus with the cop.
Yeah, but maybe the cop.
I think we
if
should.
the cop didn't find a mafia. Okay, listen. If the cop didn't find a mafia and the cop is still alive, then if I get shot, there's a pretty good chance that the cop this night will find a mafia, and then you have something to play on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because if I get shot, wait, what's the order again? Does the mafia kill first
Yeah,
and then the
Mafia
cop
kill-
searches?
Mafia
It
kills.
doesn't matter the order because
They have to
the
say
cop
dies before he
won't-
does
if
something.
the cop can't say anything before they get eliminated, so.
Well,
There's
then-
also like
what I
a
mean is,
chance
if
the cop's
the kills
gonna
come
die.
first,
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it
oh, he doesn't know.
doesn't
Never
matter.
mind.
You
He
don't
doesn't
get that
know.
information. The cop doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know. Okay,
Okay, so we sleep.
that's the best thing I have to go.
Yeah.
Let's
Are
see.
you guys deciding to sleep before and
This-
not
We're-
round?
Let's hear
Hold on.
him first.
This
before
has to
we
be.
sleep. He has an argument.
This is. I'm not sure how this goes actually. If people decide to no lynch, so we need to
We
like
can
vote. We
who
can
wants
vote
to
on the no
skip
lynch,
it and
okay?
who
We have to
doesn't
vote to
skip
sleep.
it.
But
I vote to
listen,
skip it.
let's listen to Pim first, and then that's all we have, because everyone has had a long time
What
to
do you
talk.
think?
Okay. So whatever
Okay,
you
hold on. So we're 9 right now. We're 9 townspeople and 3 others. So the 1 in 4 chance is okay.
If you
We're
miss,
gonna lose 2 set, so we're down to 7 tomorrow. So
Or
it's gonna be.
If we miss Lich, it's 3 to 6.
that's horrible.
That's
That-
on-
that's
That's
almost
that's
good.
almost
3 to 7 is better.
Then
I
there's
mean.
a really big chance that we've lost a roll, if that happens.
Yeah.
But that's only if they take 2 and they don't try and play suspect like we did last time, where we just focused the 1. Because they might try and
Actually,
make
I agree with not lynching in this certain, like in this.
We need to do
circumstance.
something tomorrow.
I still want to say that in general, it's a good idea to actually lynch people.
Yeah,
On day one.
I agree. Like you
I
have
Yes.
to
agree.
use the power of the people.
That's
Because
the only way to
otherwise,
get
otherwise
information
it's
is by
4
lynching
free
people.
kills.
Yeah.
4 free kills. Think about this. For the
For zero
the-
information. The
For
only
nothing.
information you get is who
You get another night for the cop to check.
What
You
if
don't
Mafia-
get a
Unless you got really
Yeah, but
unlucky
we
and the
might
cop
lynch the
died.
cop.
But that's not unlucky. That's a
Imagine
4 and
if
11.
they
4 and 11 is not
Yeah,
unlucky.
but if we lynch the
That's
cop,
like
the cop's gonna say, yeah,
practically-
I'm
well,
cop.
close to
And then he's
50%,
gonna get
like-
shot. So we.
No, there's only.
So it's bad.
Yeah,
it's not
it's-
as
it's-
Yeah, but we
It's
still
pr-
lose the
it's
cop in
pretty
the first
unlucky.
night.
Yeah, but
It's
it's fine
40
because they're
it's
gonna
like
double stack on
40%.
him because the medic's gonna save him.
To me, that's still like
Yeah,
40% is like
If we-
that's
Who
almost
do
half
we
half
pick?
against
Okay,
you.
alternative
Who are we
path.
gonna get a
Alternative
consensus
path.
to pick?
Let's
Hold
say
on,
we lynch.
shut up.
Do you have anything on anyone? No.
Yeah.
Do you have absolutely anything?
I have nothing on
Luminous.
this couch. I only have something on you guys.
The value, we should at
Nothing
least be
else.
doing votes, because you do a vote, you're seeing who's voting, so you can kind of get an idea
That's
of like.
that's correct.
Yeah,
that's
I
correct.
agree.
That was how we
And also-
that was how we got information last time, was by seeing who's voting for who, and then you
But
go
we
from
were
there.
wrong.
And that information
That
doesn't
doesn't
mean
mean you
nothing
don't vote.
because the mafia
You
want
can still
perfect.
call. You can still call a vote. You don't have to vote to lynch, but you get to hear them defend themselves.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
In my opinion, though, the Mafia
But
won
we can't actually vote off the cop because the cop's gonna say I'm the cop. We don't kill him. Like
Well, no, then
Yeah, but
and if
no,
they're
we
we
don't
not
fuck up like we
But
did
maybe
though.
the cop doesn't
if they're
want
not
to
the
go.
cop, then the cop counterclaims, and then we know between those two there's
Right.
one
That's
mafia.
a bad thing
Maybe
though.
the
Like
cop doesn't want to
That's
see
a
it.
good thing.
even if you
That's a
accuse
good thing
somebody,
for the town. Definitely.
that's a cop. The cop's not gonna say they're a cop.
No,
'Cause-
not in the first round.
If if a mafia claims cop, the cop says no, I'm the cop, because then
and he can.
worst case scenario they kill the actual
And he can
cop,
say
and then you know you
No,
it's
if
the mafia.
basically the cop's got taken for
and
the
they
team.
are the cop, they will
The
say
cop's
that
got
they
taken
are
for
the
the team
cop.
and say, I'm actually the
That
cop.
cop
way
line for one
you
mafia
can
is a good trick.
know
Yeah,
That is
because-
totally
And you're
wrong.
guaranteed that the
Like,
mafia
no,
who's
say
fake claiming will eventually die. 'Cause at some
Mafia.
point they're going to be there's going to be that red bullseye of like why does mafia still continue to kill people
Once you get
and this
Mafia down
person's
to 2,
sticking
they
around.
can only kill one
Okay,
person.
okay,
And the odds get a lot
Okay,
better.
so the cop's got to reveal themselves.
Well, only if
It
they
is.
don't.
No,
Else
only
it's
if they
useless.
get
But there's a big
targeted
chance
or
that
someone
that's
else.
What happens?
Okay.
So what happens if the cop now says I'm the cop? I have information on this and that guy.
I
Then
think
if
it's
it's-
only worth it if there's if actually.
But then the mafia's gonna
Mafia
double stack
Okay,
on him
we're
because
actually-
the medic's gonna save him.
We're actually giving him a way out. For any mafia who tries to claim they're the cop, we're actually giving them a way out by saying what we're saying.
No.
We're actually giving them the
Well, that's
extra.
just standard cop play.
Yeah, but if
that's
the cop
hungry.
comes out now, the cop dies, and maybe he will. He hasn't. Okay, imagine this: if the cop hasn't found anyone that's mafia this night, he's been pretty much useless because he knows just the same.
Yes, one information
Yeah.
everyone else doesn't have.
He knows one green check. He knows one
Yeah,
person
it's
is
not
clear.
here.
Still,
So,
like I'd rather
cop
have a mafia check than a green check on the first night.
Well, of
Obviously.
course, but the odds are not good that we're going to have
If he comes out
one.
now and we
But-
don't
but
lynch
obviously,
him,
okay.
and there's a mafia that says I'm cop, then maybe we will lynch him.
But the cop didn't get a mafia. Otherwise, this whole conversation. When
Okay,
I
if
By
there
the way,
isn't,
do you guys
the cop
want to order
didn't
food?
get-
They're asking if you're.
Yes, definitely.
I'm good for
What
now.
should we
Pass the laptop around then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like some.
I mean, if there is a cop that has a red check, like, you definitely should come out.
Either
now.
the cop fucked up big time, or he just.
That's the
one
whole
innocent,
conversation we're
or
having
he
is that
died.
nobody
Or he
has a
died.
red check.
Don't forget, the cop could
The
be
cop
dead.
might be dead.
Yeah,
That's
possible.
possible.
That is
Which
possible.
is also possible because
It's
we have
quite
no
unlikely on
information
night one, but
except
it is
Synderen
possible.
said he trusts me,
It's
so he
2 out of
could
14.
be a cop.
It's
But
extremely
it's
unlikely.
super unlikely.
It's 1 in 7.
You can't play the game
Oh, no,
assuming
not
that your
1 in
cop
7.
dies on night
Yeah.
1.
So how many counts? We're 11 from the start and they kill 2. So it's 2
We're
out of
9.
11.
We're down to 9.
It's still really unlikely.
Alright, actually, more. But chances are different. Doesn't matter.
Okay,
It's
so
unlikely.
The cop
Yeah,
could
it's
have
unlikely.
also investigated one of the people that died.
That died, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see 2
But-
scenarios
So
right
the
now.
cop-
Either
the cop
the
had-
cop
yeah.
comes forward
The cop
and
had
says,
everybody
I'm the
else
cop
to
and
choose
green check
And
this
he's gonna
guy.
get double
I think there's a good
spec.
chance
Medic's
the cop
gonna
was
say
like
that
investigating
he's
someone
still
like
alive.
Ted or
He can either
whatever.
claim he's the
After
cop
last
and
game,
get
Yeah,
no one.
after
That's
and
last
say
game.
no
I'm
one,
the
which
cop.
doesn't
I'm
make sense.
investigating Ted.
Yeah.
And then we can
Why?
we
He was
can-
so
we can
obvious.
doctor the
It's
cop,
just bloodthirsty.
and then if he gets double
He's not gonna do
we
that
lose
against
1
Mafia,
point.
get away with it.
I think he would
That's-
just because it, like he
It's-
works
it's
for
not-
game
That's
five.
his established
Do we trade
Yeah,
two
yeah,
before
exactly.
cop?
We
That's
have
the question.
different conversation threads, which is not good for the stream.
The big
Can
question
I
is.
suggest that if we skip vote, like we can decide if we want to go to the night now, that also says something. So there might be mafia that want to skip because they want to kill people, but it can also that can also help, and then we can actually find something out because I don't think
Guys,
we're gonna
let's-
likely
Can I
run
say
a
something? For the sake of like progressing the game, you guys have to make a decision on what
Yeah.
to do. Otherwise, this could go for like hours.
Let's
So
just vote on someone, get some information.
either choose someone to accuse or vote on going to sleep.
Sleep.
One
Okay.
of those two.
sleep.
Okay. So
Okay, we
if
go
you
sleep
wanna
now,
go to
see what
sleep-
turns on.
if you want to go to sleep, raise your hand when I say vote. Okay. 3, 2, 1, vote. Okay. That's 1, 2,
Hold
3,
on.
4, 5, 6, 7, and 5
I don't
voted
think
no.
it's
So
good.
okay, yeah, that's a majority. People go to sleep. Everyone
I
goes to
just
sleep.
want to see how it turns out.
Okay, Mafia heads up. Decide on your first kill. Decide on your second kill. Decide on your second kill. Mafia heads down. Cop heads up. Decide on someone to check. Cop heads down. Medic heads up. Decide on someone to save. Down. Okay, everybody heads up. Synderen's dead.
So Synderen is dead.
Oh wait, I didn't have a story.
There was no story.
But it's
Yeah.
high likely that there's 3 mafia still. Because he was like, yeah.
Okay, so
No,
so the
it's-
one
You say high likely. That's a
It's a
Guaranteed.
hundred.
Guaranteed.
It's 100%.
You guys
Okay.
lynched no one, so
Why-
ask
why
them
would-
to.
No, because he asked
How would
to
there be
kill
one?
the second kill.
You guys
twice.
lynched no one.
How could there not be 3 mafia?
there is 3.
Yeah,
Unless they
There is
decide to
three
kill
left.
their own.
100%.
It's unlikely
I
she's
know,
Mafia.
I know. No, I mean.
That's such poor logic that there's no way she's mafia.
There is absolutely no
It's
way.
actually
If you're
impossible.
Mafia, you know there's been
There
the
are 3
opportunity to
Mafias.
kill. If you're counting
Mafia
maybe
can't
two.
get
There's
Yeah,
3
yeah,
Mafia
yeah.
left, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
yes,
There was
there's
almost
no other way.
guaranteed a medic save last
So
time.
yes.
Yeah, that's what I
correct.
mean.
Yeah.
But we can be high.
So the double
There's-
stack was on Synderen. Synderen is dead. His information died with him, which means we're gonna still have absolutely fucking
Wait,
nothing
wait,
except
that's
some noises
expected
from
though.
The only information I got was Bamboo moved during the choice.
which
And
choice?
also-
During the
I
Mafia
got movement
choice.
from over here too.
I heard
wait,
movement
wait,
on his
Shiva
jeans
during
halfway
the,
through.
killing as well.
Like this.
I did the
Yeah,
same.
so during that time there was
Sniffing
only
out the
one
crime.
time, and that
Yeah,
was
that's
during
what I
like the
did.
middle of the first pick, and that was like a flick.
It would
Wait, so do we-
also
That's
be
all I
safe-
have.
Is there any chance that the medic saved someone, or do we
Yes.
think that
Yes.
that's
The
it?
medic saved
Okay,
him,
or
but
did
he
Sin,
wasn't double stacked.
or did Sin definitely get double tapped? Is that?
I think
Sin
Sin
got
Well,
double
that was the
tapped.
obvious
Right.
play as the mafia
Yeah.
because he made himself just an easy target at
I
that
think
point.
the medic
I have
saved-
information that I will give out if someone
Yeah.
else can
Okay,
corroborate
if
it.
the medic
So then you
is
kill him,
alive-
and he's just like it doesn't give anything
Yeah,
away
okay,
that they
yeah.
killed
Yeah,
Cinder.
yeah, that makes sense.
If the
That
medic
makes
is
sense.
alive and saved Synderen,
They just
would
double
you come
tapped him.
out?
No, why would
No, why
Why
would
would
they
they
know?
come
Makes
out?
no sense.
The
Mafia
medic
must
gets
not
killed.
know that the medic is still alive. Because
Yeah.
maybe they double stacked and he.
So the
he
medic
was
could
dead
be
already.
randomly dead already,
Yes.
Correct.
right?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
There's a chance of
So
that.
let's have them.
Go
Also,
to
if
the
Sin
medic.
was the medic, he couldn't save himself. And that could have been his information.
I thought you-
he tried to say
I thought you
something.
could self-save.
Sigurd said
No?
it was
No, you
normal
can't.
down.
No,
Since
no.
he died, I
Can't
assumed
do
that
surgery
it
on
was his
yourself.
normal down.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up, Lumi?
So this is 2 rounds. Cops want to say anything?
I mean, there-
Anything?
Okay, I don't think the cop's alive anymore.
There is
No, I
a
mean,
decent.
there's-
Well,
there's-
there's only
the
3
cop
dead.
checked-
There's 2 options, 3
The
options.
cop checked 2
back-to-back
towns.
cases.
Finland wasn't a cop. That's
Randomly.
100%
Okay.
sure. Like Finland wasn't a cop. No way.
He was.
Or he checked me in the last round.
definitely seemed like he was the cop.
Yeah.
Can I,
Either that or he heard like a super obvious rustle right next to
I
him.
think that could have been the thing, that he was the cop and he like said, I have information. Like he's
I
trying
think-
to say it's not him, but he could
that's,
have
but
been the
then
cop.
no, then he would have come out because it was kind of obvious that he was
What
gonna
would
die.
have come
But-
out?
but it
Because
was
it
the
was
same
obvious that
outcome.
he was gonna die.
I didn't
That's correct.
There's 2 options, like a couple options. Okay, so either the cop is dead, and obviously we don't get information because there's no cop, or the cop only, or the cop only found townsmen. In which case, why would he come out? Because it can
Yeah.
still be useful later on. Unless you think, well, the chances of the cop actually living, or rather actually being valuable after this round, because the chance of him dying after
Well,
the round.
option number 3 is that he wasn't the cop, but he heard something suspicious and he was hoping that there might be a
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
correct. If he would be the cop, he wouldn't have said like close to me because
Because then he can back up someone's claim and validate it.
I think it's still information for the cop to come out and be like, I checked so and so, 2 people, and they're both green because.
Then the cop
Oh,
will
wait,
still
wait.
die
So
next round.
why don't we
because the cop's
just
still
why don't
in.
we just have everybody say who they think is town?
Who they think is what?
Who they think is town?
But
Yeah,
then-
who does everyone have a good town read on?
Does anyone have
no
good
read on
town
anyone. I don't
reads,
think anyone's
right?
have a good
I
town
agree
read.
with Sin, right? That
Well, I mean,
even if I don't have any information,
I don't think
I agree
he's
Kip is playing the
Mafia
exact
this
same
round.
way as he
yeah, but
did
I could
last
I could
round.
also do the same thing and I
He's,
could be
he's
Mafia.
German, man.
Yeah. I have
But
good town
I'm
reads.
only playing logic right
All right,
Well, you
Lumi,
have
who are
big
you?
town.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, Lumi, who are your
So
town
she's
reads?
town because she, you know.
Because
okay,
that's
yeah.
the
Yeah, she's
logic.
obviously town.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Waga's definitely town.
Why?
He's playing completely opposite from last game.
But maybe that's
Could be the second
Well,
game.
wasn't that your first game?
That
Yeah.
was his first game. But
Yeah, he could-
I mean,
I mean, I feel like people's style is going to change a lot
Sure.
as they
Yeah.
learn
Good
the
read.
game.
I mean, okay, do you guys think my
Yeah.
style changed?
yeah.
Why?
Definitely.
You're a
But
little
that might
bit.
be a tactic because
You're
it's
still
going
pretty
to your own
quiet.
style.
I mean,
Only
you
a
speak
little
at the
bit.
key
So
moments,
they-
right?
You're participating like a
Very
little
quiet.
bit more than last game, but not a lot.
So,
It's slightly changed.
I don't think you're picking these people.
I don't know.
It doesn't like the people.
I
Toby-
just think that
Toby
back
still
was
feels
way
Toby
too
seems completely
He's
different.
totally different, right?
So I'm pretty convinced that
But-
Toby's either, well, he
but-
was an actor to be fair, but
Yeah.
But I do think Ted influenced
musical
Toby's behavior in the first game.
It doesn't
Now
make
Ted's
sense.
here.
Yeah, I
it's
actually
like-
did acting.
That's
Just Toby was like
he
Ted's
feeds
number
off of
2.
other people,
Also,
getting a little crazy.
I actually really wish Ted was back in here because he would reveal something so much more than what we've got,
Yes.
which is why
Yeah,
we
we'll
keep
suck
debating
this.
every time.
Let's
I'm
just
still-
randomly lynch
Let's just-
somebody.
We have to lynch someone,
Okay,
right?
I wanna vote Toby.
Personally, what? It's fine.
Wait, what?
If people
Fuck
actually
you.
think I'm actually like
Wait,
Mafia,
wait, wait.
go nuts for it, but
I'm not
you're wrong.
convinced. Who did you want to lynch?
I'm thinking it's either Bamboo or I'm actually thinking it's Waga still. I think Waga's
I
actually
don't
the
think it's
double.
longer.
Bambo's been too
I'm
quiet.
saying-
Bambo's
I
been
think
too
it's
quiet.
Bambo.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it's
I'm
Bamboo
going for
but-
Toby
but-
any seconds.
Cool.
Yeah,
No.
a second.
I vote. So.
It's probably because you think I'm gonna lynch
That
you.
was too
That's
quiet.
because you
It's
go one
just
sound.
like-
Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay,
Hey
all.
guys,
Yeah.
one at a time.
Yeah.
There's a
Guys.
vote on Toby.
Seriously, try and have one person talk at a time because not only is it good for the stream, it's also good for the game.
Okay,
No,
So there's a
sorry.
vote on Toby.
So there's a vote on Toby.
Wait. Before he defends himself, why are you accusing him?
For the reason you guys said he's playing very differently, and he accused Waga. My reads Waga is good, but
I just think that, yeah, I don't know. I think
Just
that
because
we
he's
need to
accusing
lynch.
someone who's good doesn't mean.
yeah, it doesn't
that
mean
he's
anything.
bad. That doesn't
Wait
mean
a
he's
second.
bad because he's accusing someone that's
But I
good.
just think that he's
I
playing
agree.
Good people
differently.
accuse good people all the time.
Also,
Look at
last-
last game.
Also, last game when he was accused, he wasn't flipping. I was like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. But this game, it seems like a desperate
Yeah,
well,
I
time
have
to
to make-
defend himself.
The moment that Toby accused, or rather that Toby was accused, you accused Toby, instantly Waga and Bambo jumped in the same
Yes,
ship.
that looked like an instant
Yeah,
coordination
but we
between the
need to
three of
lynch
them.
someone now. Like we.
But
passed down to
Bambo
someone.
got accused, and then Lumi tries to deflect,
Yeah,
and suddenly
instantly,
accuses
why
Toby,
Toby?
and
We
then
have-
both
we have
of you
multiple votes
immediately
for-
second.
Yeah.
Because
For
I
people
don't
who
think
think
it's
Toby
him.
is
I
good.
don't think it's you. I haven't felt anything on this couch.
I felt a little
And-
thing last night.
Wait. It's like
So
I
something
mean,
fishy.
I don't want to go off movements
Look,
too much. 'cause
outside alliances aside, can we just talk about Toby?
Well, let's let
Wait,
Toby
I
defend
feel
This is
himself.
a this is
Something
a
less
Toby
than-
gets this. You're not retracting the accusation, right?
Okay.
No, it's
Are
not
you guys
possible,
retracting?
is it?
Are you
No, you
three?
guys
Are
can
you three
retract
retracting it?
No, no.
Wait,
Who-
I
who
prefer you not to. I want to
Oh,
get this out of the
Lumi.
way.
I would like to vote.
Okay.
I actually want to get this out of
Okay,
the way.
so
I
she
prefer to actually have
accused, and then someone else seconded.
Oh,
right?
it was-
Well, I think
I
it was
guess-
no, it was Lumi
No, I
accused.
first, yeah.
And
Well,
then
I'm
these
not
two both
second,
second.
okay?
You
So,
accused as well.
go ahead,
Okay,
Defense.
easy defense. I want to walk through. So I actually don't care if you vote me out.
Way too much.
Sorry, it's what I do.
Can you get to the point? Jesus Christ, come on. Do it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman Efficiency. I got to go through my lesson one go. No, the simple thing is like I understand you got to lynch someone. I actually want to lynch someone. I'm looking for anything, so that's why I went to Wagga as well as Bamboo, because we have to remove someone this time, or else they're going to take 2 of us out, and this game is completely unwinnable because there's still 3 Mafia in
But
here.
we can only lynch 1, right? So if the vote,
You can lynch.
You
No, you can only lynch 1.
Okay.
yeah. So if it successfully goes through on Toby, then the Mafia gets.
The Mafia can only take out 1.
Okay,
so
Toby,
you can use that
So
information.
you're saying you think Wagga and Bambo are the most suspicious?
I'm feeling like they're very suspicious, but that's the only thing I've got to go on, and that's not really much. Like, I've got a noise on his pants and Bamboo fidgets, and Wagga just looks like a stone cold killer. So
That's just mean.
I mean, do you think
it's
that?
just the way you look.
Can I ask you? Do you think that Lumi's town, because he was the one who initially accused you and wanted to call a vote on you? Is he just misguided town, or does he feel like Mafia town?
I think he just misguided town. Like the way Lumi's acting right now.
I'm very
is just,
guided town.
Yeah.
I'm well guided town.
I think you're misguided too.
I think
Toby's town.
I think Toby's town as well.
Toby,
Okay.
like-
Okay,
rather
so
vote
I'm
no
gonna go
first.
P.
Hold on.
If we were voting, I'm voting yes, but I'm gonna go P.
Wait, you're voting for
No,
him to be lynched?
That's
Yeah,
information.
but if we
What else can we vote him for?
May I just say something?
No,
as
you
well?
don't have, like, it's not necessary.
Oh, you
You
mean-
can, like, listen to his defense,
Yeah.
decide that his defense is good and vote
Yeah.
no. You don't have to vote yes to his accuser.
If we are with 11 people right now, yes?
Yeah.
So if we lynch someone now and
You
we
need
lynch
6.
someone wrong, 2 people will still die.
Yeah.
And then we
Then
lose
we're
3.
still with 8.
And you basically
Then we're
basically
still-
lose the game.
Yeah, then we're with 7 people left and 3 people werewolf that will mafia that will still then.
They only need to convince 1 town to vote the wrong way.
So
Yeah.
And then you lose.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Toby
Lumi
seems
started
more
the call on
suspicious.
Toby.
Yeah.
Right? And what was it? We asked him for a justification, and what was it?
We have to lynch
He's-
someone.
So that just
Yeah.
it was.
Well, it wasn't just
No,
that. He
that's-
also said that he felt like Toby, the way he was acting, was
different.
Same.
Yeah.
I
And he
feel
feels
the same
that's-
thing.
That's mainly because
It was kind of a weak argument to me, to be
Yes.
honest, because
the main
he was Mafia last time. He's acting
Like,
different.
the simple reason why is because I'm not trying to manipulate everything to get people out. I'm just sitting here going, I've got no power. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a freaking cop,
Which makes
and I'm
it
not
more
Mafia, which means
suspicious.
I can't actually affect anything here apart from defending myself, which I've got no grounds to stand on because anyone can get voted out right now. So I'm sitting here going, I've got no fucking power. I don't know what to
Okay.
do.
Okay,
Wait.
question.
Oh.
Sorry. If the cop would still be in and only saw like townspeople, would the cop actually be worth it to come forward? Because right now we told.
Okay,
The cop is
there's
most
no
likely
there's no cop. The
Ah,
cop is
okay.
gone. The
Either
cop
the
would have
cop
done
is
something.
misplaying
The
hard,
cop has been asked to
or
come out
he's-
like 5-10 times, and no one's even faked being the
Yeah.
cop.
I mean, the cop will,
That's right.
well,
He's
the
either
cop
misguided
will
or-
come out when it's valuable
Can I
to
ask
them. Like, you
something?
can't, I don't feel like if you're the cop, you're not going to just listen to what people say. Like, maybe first night you investigate someone who died. Like, what's the point of saying you're the cop if you have no information?
It's the overall win. Like you're so far in the game right now that the cop isn't going to put any information out now.
Well,
You're
maybe he
losing
has
the
no
game because you're going to
information.
lose 2 people next
That's
round, and then you will lose the next round because there's no way you can take out all the Mafia in time. They will win.
Toby, if you could vote anyone else, who do you think is Mafia and the first person you would lynch?
Yeah, the first person you liked, because you said you thought Wagga
Because you
and
could say,
Bambo were
yeah,
both
we went.
suspicious.
I think
I would stick with Bamboo. I would actually stick with Bamboo.
I want Bamboo.
But we still have to.
He just seems
Yeah,
more
but you
suspicious.
still have to vote on me because I actually want to get this out of the way.
Okay, so voting on vote. 3, 2, 1, vote. Doesn't pass.
I would then second
So who-
saying
do you
accusing
accuse
So
Bamboo.
who voted?
I
It's
second this
Bambo,
because-
Wagga,
I second this just because he
Bambo,
was
Wagga, Lumi, and
and Mac. Okay.
Okay.
Voted, guys.
I would accuse Bambo.
okay. So
I
Bambo,
And Toby will second.
Bambo
okay.
defense.
I don't know. If you go out by one noise, I've been doing this like all game long. So
It's the only thing I'm going to go on.
We have nothing.
Okay, well,
Nothing.
can we hear the accusation as
That's the
well?
dumbest
Like,
thing
why
I can do.
why do you want to lynch Bambo?
He just seems like the most suspicious one. He's contributed the least, and
But he
Toby
did
said
that
he made a
last
noise.
game
He did
as
that
well,
last
though.
game for the most part.
Yeah. He flew under the radar for most of the last game too.
Actually, Zyuri, you haven't said anything beyond this too. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's true.
But he did the same last game and we lynched him.
I don't have too
Yeah.
much to say. I mean, I don't have too many.
I mean, he's
tells.
Mr. Cool, Calm, Collected, right? So.
Also, Shiver hasn't said much.
I think the most suspicious people for me is Base Skip and LD.
Yeah, base skip is
Base skip is-
Base skip
especially.
Yeah.
I've been watching you, and I just get a really like you've changed the way you've changed and just.
Okay, hold on.
Why
I
am
don't know.
I
Decide
suspicious?
on Bambo first.
Wait, but why LD?
Hold on. Like, are we still voting on him? Yes or no?
Bamboo.
Oh, that's
think
true.
we
There's
should
a
get-
motion.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a motion to vote.
Okay,
Yeah, I think
so
so.
if we're gonna vote, does anyone else have anything to say about it?
Oh, we're voting on Bambo? Okay.
Yeah.
I think. Well, you either have to rescind it or we have to vote on him, and then we can
Yeah.
discuss.
I don't
it.
want to rescind it.
Okay.
So I think we should
Okay,
vote.
So-
we vote,
No, let's
by the
vote.
way.
Let's vote.
If we-
I think it's a
3,
good choice.
2, 1, vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Bambo, you're out.
I'm sorry, Bambo.
Is that a
Everybody
bad
heads
sign
down.
that a lot of people voted on him?
Well,
I think it's a sign of frustration that we just had to get rid of.
honestly,
everyone heads down. Everyone heads down. No more discussion after the vote passes. Okay. Mafia heads up. Decide on someone to kill. First kill. Decide on your second kill. Alright, Mafia heads down. Cop heads up. Decide on someone to check. Cop heads down. Medic heads up. Decide on someone to save. Medic heads down. Everybody heads up. And Shiver's dead.
Oh, Shiver is dead.
I'm the only one though.
Correct. You're the only one dead.
No.
I think we hit the mark then.
No, that's likely,
Right.
but it's not.
Let's just go over what happened.
Now remember last time,
Let's
the
go.
Mafia.
Let's go over what happened.
Lumi, can you
Yes,
say
But
Yeah,
you're at a position right now where you're going to win the game.
We had to go to sleep right away. So let's recap what happened. Yesterday.
Let me win the chat.
Right.
We voted for Toby.
Yeah.
So one at a time. Okay, hey, one at a time. One at a
Keep
time.
going.
Let basically talk.
Wait. So just recapping what happened yesterday. We voted for Toby. Bunch of people stood up for him. Vote did not pass.
There were 4 votes for him.
There were 4 votes for
It
him.
was
Me.
Mac,
Mac, Lumi,
Wago,
and
Bambo.
Bambo and Wago.
Okay, and then we had
We voted Bambo after that.
and then it was just straight voting Bambo.
Okay,
so
so
that was a lot of people
The
voting.
question of the day is, would it make sense to double stack on Shiva?
To make it seem like there was one
Yeah.
dead.
Well, can they win this turn if
Can
we don't
they
kill
also
one? If
decide
there's
to
3.
not
They
even
can.
kill one person, or instead of 2, just kill one
They can.
person, or they have to kill 2?
They can kill one
No,
or
they can
none.
kill one.
They can kill any number
Yeah,
they want.
okay.
Right, let's say
So,
those 3
they
or
So
might
why would you
fake
double
it.
stack on Shiva?
yeah.
let's say those 3
You
are
don't get
Mafia.
anything.
They kill these 2.
Yeah.
Right, so
I
next
don't
round
think.
there's
I
4
think
town,
we
3
killed some
Mafia,
Mafia.
so-
Yeah.
We're gone.
I'm pretty sure.
If we
I think
miss,
we
if we miss Lynch and they have 3 kill
Yeah,
power,
yes.
or sorry, 2 kill power, then we can lose today.
Yeah.
If we miss Lynch and there's 3 Mafia left,
Yeah.
town
we
lose.
lost.
Okay.
So either way, we'll lose.
Given that, the fact that they can't just win this turn, it doesn't really make sense to double stack. Like, the only reason
Yeah.
to double stack is to hide the fact that you have 2 kill power, so you can win the game next
And
turn
she
by
was on someone
confusing
you
it.
would double sack on anyway.
Well, we're still lynching someone anyway,
Yeah.
so like these kind of strategies will get them to the end game, but it doesn't help us actually decide who we're going to choose.
I don't think they double stack on Shiver. I think
Yeah, that's what
Makes
I'm
no
saying.
sense to double
Medic
stack on
actually,
Shiva. It's one.
well, it's
Like,
either
it's just
Medic
one
got it
Yeah.
right, or
Yeah.
there's only 2 left.
I can see the medic getting it right.
That's,
I think there's
roles do
3
we
left.
still have,
I
Medic?
think there's 3 left,
We
and
don't
Medic
know.
got it right.
No, but like, what do people
How
think?
did the medic like? Okay,
Probably
so
medic
so
still.
now just
probably
imagine
still
you're the
medic,
medic.
but
Hold on.
Yeah,
Why
if
do you-
there's
why
a
do you
Who do
think
you
that the
save?
me-
Who do you save and why?
I still think that there's 3 Mafia.
Because hold
Why
on,
do-
the
why do you
medic
think that the medic
doesn't know
I
who gets
decided
lynched, right?
about
From
it,
the
but I
from
think
the
they might have
They're doing
fated that
The
one
medic
doesn't know.
died.
Hey, guys, can we do one
Did
at a
you
time?
vote for him?
Why would they know?
What?
Then they
Did
would
you
say
vote for him?
correctly every
Hey,
time.
can
Well,
we
I
do,
suggested
guys,
the
can we
first
do one at a time? Alright, so Lumi, why do you think that there's 3 Mafia left?
Why do I think?
Yeah.
I don't
And
think
you,
we got it
think
right.
the medic got,
I don't think we got it right so far.
so you think the medic got 2 saves right in a row, right?
If you don't,
No, the first one on Cinderin
Was double.
is stacked.
You think that was a double stack?
The
Okay.
second just random guess of correct.
Yeah, but
Which
that's
is
so unbelievably unlikely.
why
I
do you
think that's
Or-
extremely
Or
unlikely.
I think they
mathematically.
actually faked that one of them died.
I mean, who do you
Actually
think they
didn't kill
saved,
2
Lumi?
people.
Who do you think
I
that
don't know, just
who was the
random.
obvious Mafia kill that got saved?
Yeah.
We didn't have
That's
an obvious target.
Maybe me or something.
They could have
But
held one.
Okay, here's what I'm seeing is that Lumi led the charge. So first there was pressure on somebody, and then Lumi immediately deflects it and tries to throw it against Toby. And then all of a sudden, Waga's hand shoots up, Bambo's hand shoots up. We decided that we didn't get a good vibe from Toby being Mafia, so we backed off of that. Then we go on Bambo, he gets lynched, suddenly only 1 person dies, and we're assuming that there was a save in the night. That's a low percentage save.
Okay,
We're looking at the people who
Bambo
accused
was a
Toby.
Mafia.
Yeah.
They could hold it for him as well.
Lumi was the one to accuse him.
Lumi led it on Toby.
Yeah.
I think we should lynch this guy.
Hold on
Is-
for a second before we
No,
decide this.
no,
Who
no,
didn't
no.
vote for Bambo?
Me, Parker,
I didn't
you.
vote.
I voted.
Who
for him.
didn't?
No. Pimp didn't, right? You didn't vote on him?
I
I
didn't.
voted yes for Bambo.
You-
On
I voted-
Bambo.
I voted-
Oh,
I
on
voted
Bambo.
yes.
On Bambo. I thought you
I
said
didn't vote yes on Toby.
I
voted
voted
no.
yes for Bambo too. If that.
Alright, if you voted yes on Bambo, raise your hand.
Yeah, someone's gonna like lie.
I'd
I
actually
didn't
look.
vote for Vampire.
I did not. I don't think Cameron did. I was next to him. I didn't think he did.
I don't think you can read much on that one because at the same time, like when we were playing previously, Lumi as well as Waga didn't vote.
Yeah.
Like when we were actually taking someone else out.
I mean, to be honest, Bambo seemed like he was going to die anyway, so I don't feel like all the Mafia had to vote.
What I also
Yeah, that's
think,
great.
and this sounds maybe random, but they were like sitting already with their hands forward. Like I never
I always sit.
put my
I always
hand.
sit like this, for example.
Yeah,
Well, he's at the
no,
edge of the
but
couch, he's
no,
trying to see
like,
around
some
the
people
corner.
actually
Okay.
go sit like that, and some people
Yeah,
like.
it makes sense to always sit like this, even if you're town. Just so, in the possibility that next game you're actually not town, you don't like.
If you're playing the long con,
Yeah.
you should always sit in the same.
He's trying to win the next 5 games, not the third.
I don't know. I
See,
still
that's-
have
that's
a
my grand
feeling
scheme
that
of things.
base also is Mafia.
I mean, to me, his body language is, I'm engaged in this game, I'm trying to figure the game out, which is more of a town
I
thing.
agree.
Mafia doesn't need to figure the game out because they know who the Mafia
Why
is.
are
accusing
you not
LD.
Mafia?
I'm not accusing of
I
it.
second that accusation.
Let's go.
Why?
I will
Okay.
not.
LD makes a ton of
I will
sense.
not.
Hold
I
on.
don't know. I don't think.
I
Toby
think,
is
to me, the biggest thing was like when we're accusing Toby, and most people thought Toby's town. LD is like, well, who does Toby think's bad? So like, if we kill Toby, he could be like, okay, now we kill Toby, let's kill Bambo or Waga because, and then maybe town as well. He was looking for the next target.
That
By
is
him
the,
calling me doing the deflection, he's also doing deflection. I'm just saying.
I wasn't being accused. How's that deflecting?
You're deflecting
That's
for an ally.
that's pointing out the fact that the second that there's pressure on your teammate, you are putting it on someone. I wasn't being pressured.
Anyway,
That's not
I
the
second the accusation.
Well, you've already started the accusation.
No,
so.
I started it. He seconded it.
Okay.
Well,
You
I
started-
said it,
I
I'll
started
say
it.
it again.
Hold on.
Why do you
Okay,
start
guys.
it?
Wait, you're accusing me as
No,
well.
I'm accusing
I-
No, no.
Oh,
These two just accused me.
Oh, alright, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I accuse
I didn't
LD.
realize.
All right,
okay,
so
never mind, forget what I said.
guys, there's an accusation and a second on LD. He's gonna give a defense now. Go ahead.
Okay, I feel like I've played this game at very strong town-wise. Sind immediately comes out and says something which, frankly, wasn't to me the best play of. I have some information, but I can't really share it unless someone can corroborate it. I think it was just a poor town play by him, to be honest. If he was Mafia, it's just retarded because you're painting a gigantic target on your back and also not putting pressure on anyone
Has
else.
Sin played much before?
Yeah, he's
He
played
has,
decent amount.
right?
But why do you have to say you feel like you played strong? It's like you're saying there's a way you play strong town. So as Mafia, you think, okay, how does strong town play? You play like that, and you shouldn't have to justify that you played strong town. We should be the ones saying that you played like town.
Well,
You
but-
shouldn't be saying, oh, I
Unless you're Mafia
Okay,
and then you want to find a
In
town that you
fairness,
think you
what
can win.
defense can he give, right? Like,
Yeah, but I feel like your defense shouldn't be like, I feel like I played this game like strong town.
I think that's exactly what your defense should be.
But he's right. He played a really strong town so far. I do agree with him.
I disagree.
I don't know.
but
I think he was looking for like when
Okay,
the
yeah,
focus was on
maybe.
Toby, he was looking for he was already like putting out like making Toby choose the next target. It's like, okay, we killed Toby and then we had Waga. as
No.
well as Bambo.
Here's how it works when you're town. Is before you lynch someone, on the off chance that you're mislynching, you want to know who they thought was suspicious, because then they're confirmed town, and then you have some information to go off. That's how you played the game. Even if we lynch him, we still want to know what he thinks about the game.
Because we lost information from Syndrome when he left. Yeah, I agree. I don't think
To me, that's like the flimsiest possible argument to lynch someone. That you want to know what someone thinks in their defense.
Why? It's more the way. So let's vote on LD then.
Wait,
We
wait,
just heard the
whoa,
defense.
Hold on.
Based on what you just said now, who do you think is suspicious? Apart from me, I guess.
Yeah.
I find you're either misguided town or you're Mafia trying to lead a lynch mob earlier on in the game against Toby. So I'm not entirely sure about you. I find the fact that Parker was quick to jump onto your accusation a little suspicious, to be honest, because I feel like he's piggybacking. When I asked him, what are you doing with the game? He was very quiet. All of a sudden, he thinks he sees an opportunity to lynch me, and he jumps at it and goes really hard when he hasn't had much passion for the game at all.
Yeah.
Very hard time to get super hyper emotional about things.
I agree.
I don't
So to me right now, Parker is the strongest.
So you
Mafia.
think he's leading the game more than he was in the?
I think he found an opportunistic moment to try and jump in and accuse me, and it backfired, and now he's in trouble. But let's just
At least
that's
played
my
along with
biggest.
me before, and he knows that I never just piggyback something if I'm Mafia, so that's bullshit right there.
That's what all Mafia do. You have to piggyback at some point.
David, please.
Okay, so we're gonna vote on LD.
Unless you want to rescind.
So, do you guys want to go through with the vote?
I still believe
I
we should
mean,
have
I
LD.
accuse.
There's absolutely no
No,
way
you
we
can
should
rescind it if you want.
I'm.
Okay.
So you want to go through? Okay.
Three,
Rescinded.
2, 1, vote. It doesn't pass.
I
I would like to vote.
I want to put it on gods.
Yeah.
I'd like to put on God
I
as well.
think
Second.
Okay, so
No.
I also would say Luminous.
No,
Okay, well,
Lumi's
yeah.
suspect,
This
but
is,
gods is just
Parker's
like
defense.
flaming
They
red.
are-
Luminous maybe just
No,
like.
I got my
They-
seat already. I'm not killing anybody.
They did the accusation on gods first, so we're gonna go with that defense.
I say everything just now, so.
Okay, so okay.
That's your defense.
Hold
Does
on,
anybody,
hold on.
does anybody think
Just
he's
so we're,
innocent?
just so we're.
I want to hear what he has to say. I don't want to necessarily lynch him, even though he
You
tried
want to
to
hear
lead
what
a
I
charge.
just say? I just spoke for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's
You're
something.
still like it's like you keep playing this fake town. Like I want to hear what he has to say. Like a good town person, I have to hear what he has to say before we lynch him.
I
just
know-
spoke for 5 minutes.
You guys are,
You spoke for like 45 seconds.
Well, I think
first
the
of all.
two of you just
Elvis
disagree
is-
on how town should play,
Yeah.
right? Which is
I think.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
isn't really
that's
a
a good
standard
point.
of what a good town is.
So, since we're
Well, a good
accusing
town
him,
is someone
I
who
think
helps
that-
the group figure out the game.
LD,
That is a good town.
I think
Well,
since
we
we're
fucking
accusing
lost.
him now,
That's true.
we
Sorry,
should hear
Shanae.
what he has to say.
fucking
What
lost.
he
Never.
thinks.
He feels like
Because-
Yeah, but he thinks LD is.
Yeah.
Okay, so David, if you think I'm Mafia, who am I Mafia
Like,
with
who
out of
else
this
do you
group? Because
think?
obviously I'm not the only one.
I'm just saying you're the one I'm most confident about.
But I have to be Mafia with someone else. So who do you think
There's
I've
still
been
three
most
Mafia.
closely
I know,
aligned with in
Yeah,
the
2 or
game?
3.
Two,
No, no, I'm
probably.
most likely 2. So who else is Mafia?
Space Kib and LD. And Toby.
I'm most. I mean, if I had to completely
It's
guess,
that.
like
Why is Toby
Okay,
and
hold on.
Biscuit?
my
Oh, this is
complete guess
David.
would be
Wait, wait, wait.
LD, Base Skip, and then I don't know who the third is. Like maybe the third was what's his name, Bambo.
Okay, so
I have no
out of
idea.
those, you mentioned Base Skip earlier before you voted on to go on.
Yeah,
me.
that's why I
so,
said like 2 rounds
So
ago.
why
I
do you
thought
think
two.
that Cameron is Mafia?
Because I already explained that earlier. Like,
Well, I
reading
he
his
was
body
accusing-
language is different ways acting this time around.
How is he acting differently?
He's making that face.
It's a
Yeah.
He wasn't making that face last game. He was way more engaged last game.
That's true.
He talked a lot more. He was a much
Also-
more
also
proactive
God's-
townsperson.
I don't
That's
want to
what
go
he's
into
super
details
sensitive.
about how my
Now
I
he's
choose
sick.
who-
No, no, no.
So you're playing the long con
I'm about
too.
to pass out.
Wait, hold on, one at a
I'm
time.
actually about to pass out. This is.
Sounds like mafia bullshit to me.
But are we gonna vote? Because we have to.
So yeah,
I
do we need to
accused
vote
him.
on
I
Parker?
want to
We're gonna
vote.
vote on Parker.
Just one more thing.
I'm gonna be a
before we
10
go.
and accuse.
You
Just
can't
don't
accuse
accuse
him while there's
anyone.
another vote
Yeah,
on
we
the
have
table.
an active accusation. One more.
Just one more thing. Like after the first night, I believe, God was already on it and was like, yeah, there's a movement from basketball or something, and he was true to this thing like all the time. So I believe he has a good point there. And why would you? I mean, yeah, you could.
I
play
mean,
the-
unless
the
he's just
long
trying to
run,
put heat on me.
I
right?
agree with you
Like-
as
Yeah,
well.
he
I don't
I think
think.
God's is actually okay.
I think
The
he's
problem is
not.
those two are just like.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two
You guys need to get
possibilities,
your shit
right?
together.
They could
Something
be
is
Mafia.
muddying the water. Right?
Okay, there's two possibilities. They could be Mafia together, or one of them is Mafia and the other one is just getting pocketed
Who's
and going
Mafia
along.
together? Me and Lumi, you're saying?
Well, I'm saying there's two possibilities. If we think that he's Mafia, then
Dude, you and David also can be Mafia.
Yeah, but that makes no sense to huge like
that's a
so hard.
ridiculous
hard.
risk as Mafia. Let's lead a
Quiet.
lynch mob against my Mafia partner, and then
Okay, we're voting on gods.
That's a next
Yeah.
level player.
3,
That would be.
2, 1. Vote. Doesn't pass.
Hey man, I didn't vote for my partner.
okay, I get a really good town rate from Pimp personally, and he didn't vote on Parker. And even though I wanted to call a vote on him, I wasn't convinced he was Mafia. But I wanted to hear his defense, see how Lumi, and who to me is one of the other suspicious
Yeah,
people.
I want
backpedaling
to say
now.
Lumi.
Yeah,
I want to say
exactly.
Lumi.
Exactly.
It makes a lot of sense to actually.
Whoa, so you're backpedaling now.
He's back.
No, I could have hammered him. If I'm Mafia, I can just kill him off right now, right?
That's great.
Okay.
If I
And
voted,
he's
he would
playing
have
this so
died.
far well.
So that's a terrible Mafia.
So we need to lynch somebody this turn.
I
It
wanna-
seems like Base Kip and Lumi are the two primary targets that we want to choose from.
Okay,
Which one do we
I want to
lynch?
lynch
Base
Lumi.
kid.
I thought I'm the misguided town.
That's my defense.
I'm so
What do
confused.
you say?
Who do you think?
I want to say Lumi.
Okay.
Yeah, I-
Motion
Lumi and Best
motion to lynch
next
Lumi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Is anyone gonna second
Lumi
that?
defense.
Okay.
You two are the two. Okay, Lumi defense.
I mean,
I go back to my original
judging
logic.
from how I played this game and the last game, it's like night and day. That's I think.
Is it really?
I know.
Is it not?
It's not.
Lumi is also one of the more
pretty
experienced
simple.
players.
Am I experienced?
You played it before, yeah? No? This is your first timer?
Like second or something.
That sounds
Lumi's a
like
swindler though.
to me.
Jesus.
Pretends
Bag
to
was
not
full
know
of
how to
board
play
games,
games played.
Alright, are we going on Lumi?
I think we should vote on
Lumi,
Lumi.
is that your defense? Okay, so
Does anyone think he's
does anyone have
town?
anything to say?
Alright.
If
I think
anybody
it's
thinks
down.
I'm innocent, if anybody
Does anybody
thinks
else
I'm
like think he's town and have an argument they want to give for why they think he's town?
I'm like neutral on him. I don't think he's. I mean, I don't feel strongly he's.
He's hard to read, but
I mean, I'm just saying. Look,
Okay,
look.
wait.
I'm just saying. If you guys are not sure on me, and you lynch me, and there's 3 Mafia left, there's an auto loss.
Yeah.
I think the chance of 3 Mafia left is
I don't think we have
extremely
3
small.
Mafia. No way we have 3
Because
Mafia.
it's a terrible play last night not to go for
Correct.
2 kills.
Well, those are
and the
medic.
chance of a medic save is possible, but it's a low percentage chance. So I don't, because there was no obvious save, right? There was no one who's
Yeah.
like, there's Bambo, and like someone
Like
someone
maybe-
said
maybe
they thought
you and me.
Waga was accused, but it wasn't like a strong explanation. Just like, oh, Waga is kind of shady and sort of see
Okay,
similar
also
lines.
another defense for myself, if I'm really the Mafia, there's no reason I'm putting so much
Yeah, I
pressure on
honestly-
myself. When I was sitting there, I was like, oh
You
yeah,
didn't put
Waga's...
pressure on yourself.
I went out and
You're
said,
putting
oh
pressure
yeah,
on anyone else.
I think she's
I'm
okay.
sorry, you're
Oh,
playing a
it's
good
I
this
kind
side
of agree with that
town.
because
I
like, he
still
led
think-
the
like,
first
the funny thing is,
accusation on LD, which
Toby has
I
been
think
so
that's
quiet
fine.
since
but you
I
think-
accused
you
him.
think
He hasn't
LD
said
might be
anything. Well, he was
Mafia, right?
on
He's
the
reading a lot
lynch.
of
so that's what I'm saying. That's why I think Lumi's
I'm
not
just snapping up.
Okay, guys, it's getting sidetracked. We're gonna vote on him now.
On Lumi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, vote. 1, 2,
See
3,
ya.
4, 5, 6.
You see how many people voted? You guys are
All
fine.
right,
That's
you're
super dangerous.
You're off.
I just want to
Okay,
move
everybody-
on. These conversations are starting to loop so hard.
be hard.
Ready to go to
we
sleep?
talk too much like about the meta rather than
Okay.
actual happiness.
Mafia heads up. Decide on your first kill. Decide on your second kill. Okay. Cop heads up. Decide on someone to check. Okay. Medic heads up. Decide on someone to save. Alright. Everybody up. So we were playing World of Warcraft yesterday. And unfortunately, wow, you're dead.
Oh man.
Wow! And who
We
has
played well,
been
LD.
confusing?
Shit.
Uh,
This is getting intense.
He was so obvious. He was
That was
so
obvious.
obvious to
You would
be
kill
like
him.
Yeah.
a talent.
You guys could move
Where
around.
are we?
It doesn't really
guys,
matter.
you're out of the game. Go order
Oh
food.
yeah.
So the problem was we
Guys,
basically
get closer. Get into like this.
Okay,
we
so
actually managed to like eliminate the fact that LD was really even possibly Mafia.
it seems almost certain now that there are only 2 Mafia.
2 months.
At most 2.
Yes.
At most 2. I
Because
think
one
there's
can
no way
also
there's
kill
3.
one.
Get what? So kill what?
Yeah, one can kill one, obviously.
Yeah, it could
Otherwise-
just
Yeah.
be 1 Mafia.
Yeah.
But definitely not 3. So who are our most recent suspects? Basekip and Gods? Is
still
that still the
Basekip.
case?
I
Basekip
don't
and
know.
God.
Should we
are
try to
super-
lynch Basekip just so we can make him have a defense?
Yeah, just show
Okay.
your defense.
Yeah, okay.
I second this. I second
Okay,
this.
so defense.
Okay, I know that I haven't played as aggressively necessarily as the first round. I don't know. I feel like I came to Toby's defense when Lumi was going after him. So I don't know what that was about necessarily, but I feel like that was a fairly town play.
Why do you think Toby's town?
My original argument for Toby being town was because in the first game he seemed super on edge. He was smiling and leading everything and just pushing everything forward. In this game he's way more calm, and I don't know if he's adjusted because we pointed that out, but I feel like he's probably just...
Or it could
For
be
me-
crashing from all that
For
monster.
me, it
Yeah,
feels,
could
I
be
must admit, for me it feels since he got accused by me and got voted, he's been gone dead silent compared to first.
I actually just really hate it when conversations loop and I will just zone out, and that's exactly what was happening
I don't
before.
We've had a lot
Yeah,
of
No, I feel like we've made
No,
progress.
seriously.
we have made progress.
Yeah,
So
like,
it's-
like,
we've
I think
bounced-
that's product of
We've
looping.
bounced around.
So,
Like,
okay.
we've had multiple lynch attempts.
One
and
more question
multiple
for your
rounds.
defense. What's your
Okay.
read on Waga? Because he is a stone cold fox. He has said
I
nothing.
told you.
Just said you won.
Look,
I've been
I don't
talking a
know,
lot.
right?
No,
So
what-
if we're
what
using the
happens?
argument about playing similarly in both rounds, I feel like, and let's just say that that's the basis, right? I feel like Waga is playing pretty similar to last round, and he was Mafia last round.
I don't think Waga's
Okay.
Mafia.
But I have no idea
So,
because he's
I
just
think
if
he's
I-
just like a
Yeah,
I wanna
you-
be-
it
If
just,
I were to
Waga
rescind-
just seems like Waga is the problem.
Yeah,
right?
he's Swedish. We get it.
Yeah.
If I were to rescind the lynch, who would you have us lynch instead?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we could try again on Gods, but I just want him to talk again because when we lynched him last time, he said, okay, what I said for LD counts as my defense for myself.
No.
And then I went out and talked after.
Let me talk
that's
a little
fine
bit.
because Gods has the same kind of frustration as me. Like we hate it when conversations loop and you got to repeat yourself.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's
So what do we
just
think?
annoying.
Do we even
Yeah,
want to
but you
lynch him,
can't
or do
use
we
that.
I
want
would
to?
like. And what about the chance that like some people who are just kind of accepted this town are not necessarily town? Like, would we accept that Pimp and Mac? are town, or
LD
is
was
that-
backing
I
me
don't
up.
know
I
if
do. I trust
I did
these
not
two.
accept it.
Yeah.
Like,
Pimp people are
LD
accepting
said-
his town just because of some vague stuff that
Yeah.
Syndrin said.
Yeah,
if you're like,
It's me, that's one.
if you're trying to accuse me, you're putting yourself in a very bad spot because so far everything I've done is completely like town way, and also like
I'm
me
not
and
saying I'm
LD,
accusing you.
we're
I'm just
trying
saying why.
so hard to actually do
Why
something.
does that
I
put
mean,
me in a
Parker-
bad spot?
Parker
I'm
just
just
wants to
opening up the
reevaluate,
discussion.
right?
Okay, so
We
why
have-
should we
And
trust
then,
me?
okay,
Looking at last
most of
game.
the town, if there's town, it's still have not voted people that are dead. I have.
Wait, so what
I
do
have
we-
never voted for
What do we
anyone
think the
who got
ratios
lynched.
are at the moment? Right? What, so
Like 2-5 or 1-6. Most likely 2-5. I'm pretty sure it's 2-5.
because we lynched.
So what happens? We lynch someone, and if we lynch town, it's down to 2-4.
I mean,
and
not
they're
even
gonna-
just numbers, but I'm just
And
trying to think of
they're gonna-
who did we lynch?
1, 2, 3. That's
Right? We lynched Bambo. We lynched.
I don't know why we're discussing numbers. The numbers don't help us at all.
Okay,
The-
so
the-
we
the
just want to
numbers
vote on
help- the
camera.
numbers
Is that the
help us
end of
know when we
defense?
lose, that's
If
all.
We're in the middle of an accusation, so
Yeah.
is that? Do you have anything else? Okay.
Okay, we're gonna vote
All right.
on
vote
base
skip.
skip, right?
Yeah, on me.
So 3, 2, 1, vote. That's 5, and you are out. Okay, everyone go to sleep. Mafia heads up. Decide on your first kill. Mafia heads down. Cop heads up. Decide on someone to check. Okay, cop heads down. Medic heads up. Decide on someone to save. Alright. Medic heads down. Everybody heads up. Imp is dead.
Okay. Sudden car crash.
Wow.
So we're either 2 Mafia, 3 Town, or
Keep the
1 Mafia.
I mean,
vote.
well, that's
expecting.
obvious, but.
That is what you were?
That's not what I was expecting.
Who was the one who voted
Who did you
for
expect them
this
to?
again?
Actually, you.
We
Because I thought Pitmunkle was
no,
too
no, but
easy
who
to
said,
be.
like, who said who it could be?
It was
Well,
too
you
easy.
wanna say-
Everyone would
Also,
defend him to the
you
end to
not
be Town.
expected
That was
to
Gods
be
who said that.
I thought everyone would actually defend him to be Town.
So.
I would like to, I would like to put you up again.
All right.
You're misquoting me. What I said is, should we be looking at the people who seem like who we've just accepted as Town? And why is he accepted as Town? Why are you
Yeah.
accepted as Town? I wasn't saying I thought he was Mafia. to be
Well,
clear.
now we know he was
I know
Town.
because he's down.
Yes.
He's down regardless. So you want to accuse and make people seem like Mafia that are obviously down.
I think
I
it's
don't think he
Parker.
was obviously Town.
I don't think so.
he was.
I just think we're gonna look all the way down the end.
And why?
I would.
Yeah, why?
It's just like you're so much more.
I have
you're-
never upvoted anyone of down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never upvoted anyone that's Town. Well,
I
how do
never
you know
accused
who's
someone
Town?
who was
No,
down.
the only people who know who's Town is the Mafia. Town don't know who
Yeah, but
else is
obvious,
Town.
the people that died,
It's weird.
the people that died, the people
Just
that I
stating fact.
voted are
Mafia know
like,
who is
are
Town.
still mostly.
I don't know if I
Why?
voted. I don't know if I voted for Town or Mafia. Like the people who died,
I
who
know,
we lynched.
no,
I don't know if they're.
I-
I don't know who they
I-
are.
the
Yeah,
most
well,
people that
that's
I
the thing, you go on your gut
thought
feeling
was
as well.
suspicious are
Yeah.
still here.
My gut feeling
And
goes
it's
down the
still
other
Mafia.
side.
Who have you voted for then this game?
She voted for me.
You voted for us, just
Toby's
us
the only
two.
one you voted for?
No, Toby, Gods, and I also voted for Base Skip.
Okay.
That was the only one. Besides that, the one I accused you, Base Skip, and Gods. I didn't say Lumi. I didn't say. I still think Toby. Yeah, no.
Toby?
I still
Toby was,
think
the,
you.
Toby was the only person who didn't vote for Base Skip, though I don't think that makes him.
No,
Mafia.
it's just
Well,
because-
if you're both Mafia, maybe you're trying to protect him. At that point, I feel
No.
like it was a sinking ship and you just
And
throw
a
him
lot
under
of
the
people
bus.
have thought that Base
I don't
Skip
think
was
Toby's
Mafia
Mafia.
all along because I've said Base Skip
I think it
for
was
a
pretty
while.
clear Base Skip was
Pip
going to
said
get
Base Skip
voted,
for a
so.
while.
He was going to go out no matter
What do you
what,
think
but
about
I just
who
didn't
you
feel
said
like it
was
was him,
just
so I didn't feel right voting for
Well,
You didn't feel
I think
like
basically could have been correct, and we might be down to just one now.
Oh, it's 100%
We could-
down to
yeah,
one, because
no,
if
we
if
could have 2 Mafia.
No, if we had 2, we would have actually already lost because it would have brought us to a stalemate.
No, we have 2 Mafia, 3 Town.
Yeah, because so
No,
We
true.
could have 2
And then we
Mafia.
could have
When do we know, like, when the game's over? Do you tell us at the end of the round, like, or do we do
Oh,
another
If
if
the
you
game was
get-
over,
if
the
you
game would
lynch-
be over. I wouldn't let you guys
Oh, we just
discuss
know,
for like
okay.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
By-
Nothing to do with leaders.
By the way, you guys lost. No. I would guess we have 2 Mafia, but there's a chance we have 1. I don't know.
So who would you lynch if you had to call one?
I actually would agree on Toby. I think that you're the only one who didn't think that Base Skip was out as well, but I think he was the correct choice.
Toby's the only one I think here is
Yeah.
Town,
I
personally.
think
No, I think
You,
Toby's
you,
fine.
you think he's the only one you know is Town?
First
Gods, okay.
Well, I feel well, we all thought Base Skip, but he was the only one who didn't. Everyone thinks Base Skip was Mafia because we all
Yeah.
voted him Mafia except Toby. If Toby's Mafia, he would just throw him under the bus because it was very obvious he was going to get lynched. At that point, by not voting for him, it's like you're making yourself more suspicious.
Maybe we should
No, I
lynch
don't
Toby
say
then.
that.
No, I'm saying we shouldn't.
Oh.
And what about
Oh,
you?
yeah.
You have been quiet this whole game. as
My,
well.
I think
that
it's
quiet.
either you two or Waga and Matt.
I still don't have a good
I don't
read
have
on
I
any.
think
I don't have
I
any
do
read on
and
Andrew.
Toby.
I have no read on Andrew.
Yeah,
and
Andrew
then
doesn't
I feel like I have no read on
Andrew
Waga.
Yeah, well, I don't have any read on you either. I think Toby is suspicious, but I don't know at all.
Down to the brick walls, gang. All right, so who are we gonna lynch? We gotta pick somebody.
Toby's the one person I do not want to. I will not vote for. Andrew, I have no read on. I would say one of the other two persons.
I would gamble on Waga just because we gotta gamble on somebody.
I
I think it's either Waga or Gods.
I think he's been playing very like.
Yeah, I don't think it's Gods.
Is someone gonna make an accusation?
No, I don't
If
think
we
it's
make-
I
Gods
think it's
either.
either Gods or Toby. So I'll accuse
If it's
Gods.
We don't
I would
have
like
a
to be-
consensus at
If
all.
it's if these two are Mafia together and we do it wrong, these two are like not putting it towards each other. So if they're
Yeah,
both
it's the
Mafia
same
and then we
if
lynch
you're
wrongly
Mafia.
today, we lose. So
Yeah.
that's where I'd be much more confident in lynching Mac.
Yeah, that's actually
Agreed.
makes a lot of sense.
Agreed.
I would.
All right.
Agree, I'll second it.
Okay, Mac defense.
Well, I've been saying Toby the whole time. You've been quiet. We have no different read on anyone besides people that changed. You've been accused. You've been saying that the movement always has come from that side. So voting on Basecamp couldn't be like, oh, you haven't voted, so you're innocent. So with Toby, you said like Toby's the only one that didn't vote for Basecamp, so he's probably obviously down. But if Basecamp and Mafia, why would I vote up?
Well, I'm the one who said that Toby was the only
I
one.
think at that point it was very obvious Basecamp was going to get killed off. I don't
mean,
even know if
I'm
Basecamp. I don't
not
even. I'm not even
mad,
convinced
I'm not
Basecamp.
cop,
yeah.
I'm not
I think
convinced
Basecamp-
Basecamp may be town.
Basecamp was
I
probably
think
number
Basecamp was town, we're down to
I think
one.
Basecamp is town, and we have two Mafia left, and it's these two or Mac and Waga. That's my opinion. But
Yeah.
I
I
That's
think it's
fine.
Mac.
You can vote. I
think
think
it's Max.
Toby and
Okay.
Mac.
Okay,
it's time
so
to
we're
vote.
gonna vote on Mac. 3, 2, 1, vote. That's 3 to 2, and you're dead.
Do we
When we
lose?
go to sleep, game still continues.
Oh shit, really?
Oh, it's getting tense.
Okay, Mafia heads up. Sign on someone to kill. Mafia heads down. Cop heads up. Sign on someone to check. Blah 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 blah. Medic heads up. Blah blah blah. Everybody heads up, and Gods is dead. So.
Well, I
three
was
people
right about you
left.
guys.
3 people left. One of you is Mafia. There's no accusations, nothing like this. Just at some point, you guys are going to be done discussing, and you have to just point at the person you think is the Mafia.
It's Waga.
It's the two hardest people to fucking choose because you both have. I have no read on either of you.
I have no read on him.
Wait, who's
I,
the
I,
three
still-
of us?
I had a feeling about you, but I'm not sure.
I think it's absolutely Waga. And it's 100% not me. I've been a townsperson both games. I feel like I played the same both games.
That.
I don't
See,
know.
my initial gut feeling was Waga, but I really don't know about you.
I'm a brick wall, but Waga's.
I think my suspicion on you might have been wrong, like because there was, yeah, like when we talked about it a lot, but back when LD was also defending you, I think it could have been that you're not Mafia, but at the same time, I don't know about you because you don't have. You're like brick wall as well. You say that I'm brick wall, but I have no
I'm
reason.
channeling my inner Swede here. It's tricky.
I think you're just sitting back and watching everyone die and killing them.
A little bit. I mean, I feel like I was a pretty contributive townsperson. I started a few accusations that round. Well, I like this series, this game, whatever. I still think it's Waga. I'm still pretty convinced that Toby's a townsperson. I've been convinced pretty early on that he was, and God's seconded it. Even though I was suspicious of God's, now that I know that he wasn't Mafia, I trust him more, and he was the one that said that Toby is.
I
he
definitely
trusted
think
Toby.
it's you. I think it's you.
Toby, you're the decider here. He's pointing at me, I'm pointing at him. You have to pick. This is intense.
It's not easy.
Okay, so in this situation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to count down from 3, and you just point at the person you think is the Mafia. Okay. So.
Okay.
Are we ready for that?
I'm ready.
So Toby, are you ready for that?
I really feel like I'm tossing a coin here.
Okay. Well, do you need more time, or are you ready?
No, I think I know.
Okay. So.
I think I would be so
When I
fucking
say
pissed if I'm
when I
wrong.
say vote, you point. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, vote. Waga's out, and town wins.
Winning team twice.
Stone Cold, Waga. The Stone Cold Killers.
Yeah.
That was intense.